do is
I
sprinkle
don't want to hear me.
around in this big fat bowl of buttermilk a few little black spots. The question is, are those black
Shots
spots
fired.
spots of power?
No,
Secondly,
no, they're not.
is there a kind of block? And that's a bad word in some quarters. Is there a kind of cohesiveness, let me say? Or have we galvanized to the point?
Yeah, we did for George Floyd and random kids in different states that we don't even know what happened to them, but we ready to galvanize over that. You know, a group of black dudes fighting a group of white dudes in Alabama at a dock. We ready to galvanize over that, but to actually like fight so that we can get better schools and actually have better neighborhoods and not have a bunch of like illegal immigrants in our neighborhoods competing with us for jobs and hospital and school resources, teacher space. But I'm the bad guy. Black, I'm the sellout. I'm the coon. Make it make sense to me, man.
That blacks are concerned now about moving themselves economically. Maybe we don't have a rallying point.
We don't.
Maybe that may be it.
Just keep this in mind. This is happening the year I'm born. I'm 51 this year. And I can tell you, this is the same exact conversation we're having today. This is oh, breaks my heart. Well, it breaks my heart because I realize we've made no real directional steps ahead. We've really been treading in place and going backwards. In the last, I want to say, since 2000, 2010, we've actually started to regress. You know, we stood still, I want to say, from like the 90s till 2010. For 20, 30 years, we just stood still. We didn't make any progress. We didn't regress, but we didn't make any progress. But the last 20 years has been regression. Last 15, 20 years is going to be a regression. It saddens me because you realize you can go a whole lifetime without moving one step forward. And then you see how quickly the years add up.
If life is hard for unskilled Cubans in Miami, it's been even harder for blacks who have no skills.
In their country, that they've
The
been
plight
there
of
for hundreds of years, these black people in Florida. You know how many black people used to run to Florida for freedom? Hide out with the Indians, hide out in the swamps. Now today, you got Cubans, and I know they're going to claim that whole "we were here." No, it doesn't matter if you were here. Like, as you wasn't part of the United States of America. That's a whole nother when Spain had. I know Florida is a whole nother monster. That's a whole 6 hour series on history of Florida because the history here is crazy regarding the United States because it actually is one of the few places like actually owned by a foreign European country for a lot of years. So it's a little different, but it ain't different as in what we call foundational Black Americans, Native Americans. We've been down running around down here, even whether the Spanish had it, whether the Americans had it, whoever had it, we was out here.
poor blacks in Florida has not changed appreciably in 15 years.
So
The
75,
current economic recession has made the
70,
workless
60.
lives of the black poor even more empty. And in the black communities of South Florida, workers sit in clumps, waiting for something to change.
Suppose the prices keep going up, things start getting tighter.
Well, if it start getting tired, we're gonna have to turn with the change. If it get tired, we might
Always turn up
tighten up too.
change.
And do what?
I don't know, what opportunity presents itself. That's what we're gonna have to do.
See, we can't do that, people. We have no leadership. This is so sad. And we damn sure don't have it now, being led by a bunch of like sellout women. That's not helping. The sellout poverty pimping preachers and politicians, globalists, Pan African, they're not helping out us. This is so sad because the truth is we can't. That's why we're in the state we're in. He's just talking about we adjust all the time. We're never proactive, always reactive. It's never a good policy to be always reactive. Never have a plan because we've never been taught to think as a group. We've always been taught, even though they've been pushing communist, socialist policies down our throat our whole existence, we still don't really have that love. See, when you hear black people talk about love, it's all an idea. It's not real. Now, it is real in opposition to any other. Like, but that's not really love for each other. That's love for the idea. Do you get the difference, people? We love the idea of blackness. We don't necessarily love black people, even each other. So that's where we fail. We have no kind of, there's no unity. We change over Crips and Bloods, colors. We change over like neighborhoods that are two streets over from the other neighborhood. It's just, we're not really built that way, but we lie to ourselves. And that's the problem why we keep failing.
Can't sit out here and starve.
Can't sit out here and starve. So what's your other option, sir? And we know what happens in the 80s and 90s.
Ain't gonna starve with nothing to eat in the street. If somebody ain't gonna eat, we gonna eat.
I always say we gonna go. I'd rather go to jail than starve in the street.
You have to do something else in order to get some money. And in turn, that's what caused a lot of the blacks to be jailed.
Bang!
There's no need in sitting back up under an old tree and just feeling sorry for yourself.
What do you do?
I hope y'all feeling this conversation these brothers are having in 1975. It's the same conversation happening in 2026. And that's yet FBA family is still cannot connect the dots of who is bringing in these people into these communities today, at least. We can argue historically and this and that, but let's talk about today, in the present and now. Who is the group? Does this sound like these Black American men are having a better experience because of the Black and Brown coalition? Does it sound like that to you? Does it sound like these men are under more pressure? They're watching communities form around within their community originally without their permission, and those communities are going to be isolating themselves from your community that they came into. This is what we call tethers. This is the whole concept of tethers. But the truth is, we've been set up for it to work that way by our own government. The immigrants, I don't even know how much to blame them. I think they're stupid for their arrogance in it, like really buying into this idea that you were special. Like, you can see this is all business to the power structure. It's all business. And yes, the immigrants are gonna be like, yo, they're gonna do y'all dirty. But see, FBA, we already knew that. We already knew they were gonna do us dirty. Like we were like the corporation. This isn't about white people. This is about the power structure. And guess what? Black people work for the power structure. Asians work for it. Indians work in it. Latinos work in it. White people they might even run it. They might still be the majority shareholders, but they ain't alone. They're not alone running. We're talking power.